Hi everyone, today I've got the wonderful Lilavati.
Hello.
Lilavati with me. Lilavati, could you please introduce yourself and tell us about what brought you to Avalon?
My name's Lilavati. I've been in Avalon maybe 23 to 25 years. I came here as a late teenager, about 18, 19 years of age, and ended up staying on the tour with my little camper van for a few months. And then on and off I came here, of course the festival, which is in Kirtan. And then when I was 28 I came here and I started working for one of the shops for a little while, and that's my story since. It's been my base since and my home.
How do you experience and express your spiritual path in Avalon day to day?
So I'm more of the Vedic tradition, the main path that I follow in my day-to-day living. So we play a lot of Kirtan. We play at least once a week outside up the tour, usually a Sunday, and we've been doing that for about 2 years now. And for many years, me and part of our Bhakti family have played Kirtan here. So that's devotional singing, a lot to the goddess and a lot to the gods of that Vedic tradition. I think really when you live in Avalon, it's part of the makeup of where we live, really, that spiritual conversations, moments in temples. You know, you can walk down the high street here and think, oh God, I just need a bit of sanctuary, and there's so many temples to do that here in Glastonbury. On and off I do a practice. There's been times in my life where I've been very steady in my practice of japa meditation, calling out the names of the gods and goddesses. I'm very connected to the Radharani and Durga and Kali, Sarasvati, Parvati, Bhumi, Agni, so many of them, which also is the elements of all traditions. So really it matters in one level that I'm following a Vedic tradition with the goddess, but on another level for me it's the divine feminine aspects. They're all the same, to be honest. Yeah. In all traditions it's the same. So yeah, so that's how I do that.
When we say goddess or divine feminine energy, what jumps to your mind? Like, how do you think of her? How do you think?
First of all, definitely Pachamama, the earth. Definitely. See, in the Vedas as well, it's like Radharani and Krishna, the masculine and feminine. They can't exist without each other. So in that, it's like Radharani is the internal potency of Krishna. So she's the body, she's everything that is creation, everything that we touch. So similarly, like we are living on the goddess, and everything we see is the divine feminine. And outside of that, in what we don't see, in the anti-mass and everything beyond, which we have no comprehension of, for me is the divine masculine, the God energy. So that's the first thing I think of. Obviously I'm in a woman's body, so you know the divine feminine is also me and us, and that connection again of abundance and ripeness and fortunateness. Great karma to be born in a woman's body, I think, to be more connected to the divine feminine, especially at these times. Very fortunate. Yeah.
That's really beautiful. You mentioned Pachamama, which is the Earth Mother.
Yeah.
Do you feel that living in Avalon, you feel her more strongly through the earth?
Definitely. And really the connection, I suppose, to the goddess in the form of what there is, especially in Glastonbury, which is the goddess temple, the goddess hall, the goddess house, the pagan temple in Glastonbury, which is to the divine feminine and masculine goddess and god. That has impacted me in my connection to the goddess and many other people. So obviously the goddess needed her temples here. So, you know, quite a few women and some men, you know, remembered again that this was the Isle of Avalon and the goddess. And so you've got these beautiful sacred spaces and the Magdalene Chapel and everything. And that's what really me actually volunteering when the goddess temple first opened. And there wasn't really that many Melissas or goddesses, priestesses of Avalon. And I needed a temple to be in, basically, from my tradition. But that's what was there at the time, so I volunteered in there. And within a few months, I really started to feel this different energy of the goddess in that vibration of what, you know, that sacred way, how it's been built. You know, the goddess temple and everything that's been built has been built in a certain sacred way, which ultimately the goddess has come through people to create it. We haven't created it. She's created it with us doing the physical work. So in that, I wasn't part of the whole priestess of Avalon, but she got me in there to take care of it, and in that gave me the blessing of connecting me into the energy of the goddess of this land, because all I'd ever done was travel away from this land. And so in that, it's a big part of why I ended up staying here in Avalon. Maybe not in that traditional way of the Avalon priestessing, but in my own way. And then I did 2 years with a group of women, small group of women, where we went out onto the land and did all the directions and spent the weekends together, tuning into what Bridie and Arta and Rhiannon, Domnu and Kerr, Banva, Ceridwen, Darnu, what they represented to us in the mystery of who they were. And that was also a very deep journey. Yeah. So Avalon, Glastonbury is important. It is where the goddess resides in these lands of Britannia and in other places, but you know, she's got a sharp-edged sword, our goddess of Avalon. She can come in and cut you up straight away and spit you out, or you know, or so many people have had that. She's not to be messed with. And of course the people of Glastonbury really shine in that, and they're not to be messed with either. We're a powerful town, we're a powerful community.
Yeah, but power with love, it's always like Kali, you have to rip away the old to let the new shine through.
Yeah, definitely.
That was so beautiful. Thank you so much.
You're
for your
welcome.
Time. And on behalf of everyone who's going to watch, thank you so much.
Thank
you for sharing with us.
You're welcome. Thanks.